awesome. That thing is very well done. I remember those.
All right, guys, we're going to get started. It's 10 o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and get the meeting. Be respectful of your time
Not the brag, but
this morning. More people, I'm sure, will come in as we get rolling.
6 whole hours.
But I wanted to hit this morning. Let me go ahead and get on the meeting. All right. Well, this morning, thank you guys. All ready?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So we've got Julie, Shawnette, and Lane from Highland Homes with us this morning. I'll let them come in and talk about some of their stuff that's going on. Lane, you going first? You're up.
Okay. I'm he. I'm Lane. My buddy Todd is not here. Todd, we're both in Walsh. We're the Walsh Bros. We call ourselves basically. But just wanted to kind of really, we're basically at the end of our phase right now. So it'll be about a year before our next phase comes into play. So if you got people right now, we're doing some kind of cool things on pricing. So I do have inventory. He'll send that out too. But I've got inventory in my 50-foot lots, my 60-foot lots. I've just got 2 left in the 60s or 3. I've got 3 left in the 60s, and that means 3-car garage basically. I've got just about 6 left there. My townhome models are for sale. I've already sold one. You just reduce them. So if you want to be like in the 4s in Walsh, in a townhome that's right by the market, the pools, everything is there. Because it's like that's your playground right there. With UTA Southwest or UTA West Campus coming eventually, I think that's just going to bring. If you wanted to buy it, I could buy one and then rent it out later. I did a heartbeat. You can't do that up front. You have to like move into the primary, and or a secondary. But I just think it's the best investment ever. Just be that low price if you right there by all the fun. But just know we have things. We have incentives. Not just on pricing, we have some amazing interest rate incentives, and this is across all Highland too. And
Here's the interest rate stuff. I've got it.
yeah. And so what's wild about this is that we've got at least 6 or 7 different interest rate categories right now where we've bought a big chunk of money and in a $5 million max or a $6 million max. What we're doing is we're guaranteeing that rate for somebody. So it could be a 4.99 first year, and the second year 5.99 fixed. They just launched yesterday a 4.99 fixed. No buy down, but it's a fixed rate. So we've got all these potential that they can close in a certain time frame if they're written within a certain time frame. So just know I get confused when I look online and see all these different. I mean, we get these emails about we have this new program, this new program.
Yeah.
I just know we have it, and I say, hey, I'm not putting you in touch with our normal officer. But it will. I mean, it's like a huge thing that's hard to advertise now because it's just every other day. But just know we're all focused on rates being high. We know that. Trying to take people's minds off of rates, and give them some comfort for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years for this new 4.99. I mean, come on, have that fixed right now.
Is that on spec forms only?
It's
Across the board
based on the date. Like each flyer, that's the thing. It's just so hard to keep track of. Each flyer has like a contract written between June 24th and
This one is June 16th, July 16th. Must close by September 12th. And this one is June 24th, July 24th, closed by August 22nd.
We
And this
have some
one,
that go all the way up
long
to
term.
December.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
June 20 to July 20. That's a 2-1 buy down.
And closed by December of 25. So, I mean, it's not. So don't just think inventory home has just been sitting there for a while. Even in some cases,
Inventory homes in process.
inventory homes in process that maybe
Really.
you might change carpet or change the wood, things like that. So it's just, there's so much there. Just don't discount or don't worry about the details of it. Just know we have a low interest rate and there's options there. It's not just like we have 2 left, but they do run out. So we keep I've gotten kind of cocky lately thinking, oh yeah, we have that. And then about 2 weeks ago, we had one of those that did run out. Like, oh, okay,
Wait,
they
it
had
was here
another
this
one.
morning and now it's gone.
Yeah. So but
Yeah,
our
they-
job is to kind
they
of
come
help
up
you,
quickly.
help your buyers find the right house, and our lender's going to really help you figure out the right rates. So yeah, that's Walsh, and I'll hand it over to Shawnette, who's down the road.
Hi, I'm over in our Tavola Park community right here in Fort Worth off of Chisholm Trail and Alta Mesa. We're in our final phase. We started with 40 lots. I'm down to 34. This is my price list. I'm starting in the 440s. We will have, I know, it's crazy. So we have inventory that will be starting by July, that will be move-in ready November, December. And any builds I'm writing right now, the clients will be in by the end of the year. So I'm not quite at the point where I can put someone on that long-term fixed rate yet. But as soon as we have our substantial completion and we're confident, then we'll be able to start offering those as well. In addition, I did put my flyer here, but I have a phenomenal build program where not only will they get $20,000 in closing costs, they get this entire list of upgrades. And I'm talking level 2 wood floors and level 3 countertops and upgraded carpet, upgraded tile, like all the really great stuff, extended cover patio, freestanding tile, drop shower pan, all included. And it's not limited by, hey, you get this amount to spend in design center and you don't know what that's going to buy you. They get everything on the list. So in a higher price or larger home with more bathrooms and more square footage, the value is going to be a little higher. It's going to be a little lower on the smaller homes. So great opportunity. It goes through the end of the month. We'll have some version of that for July. Don't know what that's going to look like yet. But if you have anyone looking in the community, great location. And this is the last opportunity to get in. And like I said, we're down to about 34 right now. So it'll go fast. And then here's
Side note real quick. So her people come to meet my people. Her people develop apart.
I send them to go.
So we'll off to see our model in Middleton. We have a Cambridge spec. And I'll hear them talking. They're like, oh yeah, we get the cover patio included. Oh, we get the media room. I was like, wow.
He's like,
so yeah.
it's for community. It looks like the same
Don't say
thing.
that out loud.
So yeah. Bring that head back.
Yeah.
And Miss Julie.
Hello, I'm Julie. I am half of the Julie Ginger team. And we are up on very far north Fort Worth, just south of the Justin border. So for anyone that you have that's up in that area looking for Keller, even Alliance, that area, we're very close. We're also probably the closest master plan neighborhood of any to the Schwab and Fidelity. We have a lot of people that like to be in our neighborhood because it's relatively close to work for them. She sent our inventory. We have some pricing also if you're doing build-to-suits. Our houses start in the 390s and go up. We have 50s and 60-foot wide lots like Lane. We just don't have the townhome aspect. In a new phase, we probably have about 50 lots left between the 50s and 60s to go. So we've probably got a little ways, a little bit of runway. Too much. I wish. We have a ton of inventory though now. Everything from ready right now, coming up, we have a few ready right now, coming up through November, December. So a lot of these advanced commitment loans we can do. We have the houses ready. It's on these advanced commitment loans, it's hard to build all the way from scratch and get them done in time, but we have tons of inventory. So if you guys have anyone, just please give Ginger or I or call, you know.
Questions for us? All right. Well, I just realized we didn't collect cards, but we're going to do two things here. I'm going to think of a question. Y'all think of a question. Raise your hand, and whoever raise your hand first. No hollering out. That's stress to figure out who said it first. And you get a good card to take a lot of things.
What kind of question?
I don't know. I just know.
Movie trivia.
No, I'm trying to think of make it more. Who knows? Okay, this is random. When Highland Home was first opened, it's random. I know that. That's just.
Ooh, you can guess though.
Okay.
Okay.
1983.
Oh, she's close.
I don't even want to ask anybody else. Yes, 85.
How about that?
If I would get Rushmore. Okay, so now we'll do. Don't think of one.
Oh.
Yeah, forget it.
Great. How about who whistled the most? I don't know. Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good
Oh
one.
my gosh.
That's great.
Who in here has told me how to first? Okay, there's
Okay.
okay,
right,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many?
2. I think over the years, maybe like 4.
I have one under contract and
Yay.
Where?
in Carrots.
Okay.
Nice.
And I have one in Kyle, one in New Brunswick, and one in, I'm just trying to see Brunswick.
Oh, in that hill country.
So
Four,
four
four,
right now, current.
I got 30. Patty, how many of you sold?
Where's Patty at?
She's online.
Where's the camera at?
And Jen, right there in the camera.
Hi, Patty. Hi, Jen.
Hi.
How many of you got sold?
7, and I have, let's see, 2 closing soon.
Is that Jen or Patty? Is that Patty?
Jen Warren.
So
Hi,
is
Jen.
Patty, did you meet Jen?
Did anyone meet Jen?
Patty said no.
Nope. They said no.
No.
I'm Jen, okay? That's for Jen.
It's Jen, this is yours.
Thanks for that question. Bye, guys.
Thank you all so much for breakfast. Can we thank them for breakfast?
I just want to say one thing. If you guys have these are awesome. Keep them in your car. They're always up to date because they're QR codes. You can search by timeline, by price point, specifically by community. If you have a client that says, I want X, Y, and Z, and they're like throwing a dart at the whole Metroplex, you don't know where to start, call our concierge. They'll do the research for you, look up everything, give you all the options, and then you can go from there. So these are fantastic. All right.
Fantastic.
Thank
Thank
you,
you guys so much.
Okay. Have a good day.
Appreciate you. Okay, we're gonna move on. I've got a lot of information to give you guys today, and we're gonna have Jeff come in and visit with us from Pulling Outdoor in just a moment. In just a minute, about 5 minutes. We're gonna hit our core value today because I'm going on vacation tomorrow. So we believe in faith and family and creating margin for both.
So you want me to call you next week?
No, please don't call me next week. So we'll hit that on actually the headlines, but this is important for all of us as well. We want to serve our clients, but we also want to serve our families well. We encourage margin and time off for our team members and want them to have a healthy work-life balance. Our hope is to see our team thrive personally. So headlines, next week, no meeting. July 4th week, there will be no meeting next week, so nobody will be here on Wednesday. You can come if you want to, but no, I won't be here. Jimmy won't be here. It's not going to happen. 2 weeks, we're going to have breakfast with Shannon DeHaven and Byers and Taylor Title. If you've ever closed with them, they're an attorney. I did a closing with them and they're really, really good. So they wanted to come and visit with us. I said, sure. Greater Fort Worth and Metrotex dues are due. I'm going to be out of town next week on the 30th. So they're going to email me and they're going to say, hey, Brian, you've got this many agents that haven't paid their dues. If you haven't paid your dues, please get online and pay those. I have sent emails to each person that hasn't paid them. Please get them paid, because what happens is they will threaten us and then one day later they will turn off MLS for everyone.
Matter pay.
So if you haven't paid your dues, please pay your dues. Victoria is going to be out of office the 9th through the 20th. If you've got something closing July 9th through the 22nd, please get it in early into reach out so that she can do it before the end of next week. That would be great. That way she can get everything done. Again, my vacation starts tomorrow after the town hall, so I'll be gone. Slack is your friend. I will be monitoring Slack in the morning and the evening. During the day, I'm really going to literally try to leave my phone in the hotel room. But Jimmy is available. He's going to be around. So you guys can call Jimmy if you need to. But still, he's monitoring Slack too. So Slack is your friend.
Call me. I've batched emails in Slack.
If you haven't done a 6th Ave review, please do so. And I have one I'm going to show in just a second that's really cool. So, but that's the QR code. Please go leave a review for 6th Ave. Town hall tomorrow at Bow Lounge, where we did it 3 times ago.
Last year.
Yeah. But we're going to meet tomorrow at 11:30. It's 941 West Vickery Boulevard. That will be linked in Slack. So you guys can do that from the brokerage announcements. Congrats, Holly, for capping this week. You guys asked, so we did 2 trainings coming up. July 16th, Real Scout will join us live, and they're going to go through the basics of Real Scout. And then on August the 13th, we're going to do reChat training. I'm going to show you a couple of things about those as well. Joanna got a Google review for 6th Ave. And I just wanted to highlight that's great that they tagged you and put that in there. So great job, Joanna.
That's a big one.
Okay, so we are almost halfway through the year, and so I want to kind of hit this real quick, where we are. As of yesterday, we were at 40, or today, was it today? No, yesterday. 47.8% of the year has elapsed. Our total volume, we're at almost 57%, 58%. Our transactions, we're at 61% of our goal. Our goal is 258. We're already at 159 this morning. So we are on schedule. Things are going well. And yesterday in our leadership meeting, they were like, why aren't you celebrating? I'm like, because we still have a whole 2 quarters to go, and we don't know how things are going to pan out. We're on track. We're doing well. Things are good. Let's stay at it. Stay on our buyers. If you didn't notice, I changed a lot of things on the backside and a lot of things on Slack in the quick links and the bookmarks at the top of the page on Slack. I've updated a bunch of the stuff that's there, but we now have right here on the backside, the marketing resources. These things are here for you. Construction projects, you can go grab pictures from 6th Ave, use them for social media, our graphic design stuff. Photos, this is where your headshots will be. If you ever had headshots or want team shots, that's where they are. Then there's social media content and video. So all of that is there at the backside, and all of course that is all linked on Slack. Jeff. Hey, so Jeff and I got together yesterday and we developed a short system of how you can use Jeff. So Jeff, it's all you. There's your list.
So those who don't know me, I'm Jeff, Pool and Outdoor Director here. What I wanted to go over this morning is referral. I just speed it up to make it more efficient. So if you do have somebody, it's kind of a two-part. If you're at a home and like, I don't know how much that change out the coping or my interior looks bad. Or if it's just a full-blown construction, maybe we want a pool. Kind of the same thing, that I need, as you can see here. Text me. Slack is fine, but a lot of times I don't hear it, and or I do, but I always listen for my text because I'm on the text quick, so I don't mind. And I'm odd. It doesn't matter when I'm answering. Yeah, just send me a message, as you can see. Depending on what it is, I like to look it up real quick. I don't expect you to know everything about what you're, looking at. Because if not, I'm going to come back with those questions. Because I can't not be thorough, even though it's just kind of a quick, ballpark or something like that. My brain, I can't train my brain to just let it be simple. So, just give me their full name, address, and I'll Google Earth it or something, or see if there's pictures on Realtor or whatever it is, just so I get a quick look. And then just a description, again, whatever it is. Again, whether it's new construction and say they want a pool, spa, outdoor living space, landscape, something like that. Photos and a video. That's just, if I'm in something where I can't just real quick look, a photo and a video just really helps me, out on that. And then
Specific.
Yeah, just, specific. That was on there. Yeah, and you can throw me like how much. I'm going to give you least to worst case scenario. Usually my first question is that they want to go back to the same. That's just how I think, or is it something different? So I'll just kind of give a ballpark. I'm going to kind of work up a cheat sheet, just just something you guys want to use, just like for a reference.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So I was going to do that, and I went home yesterday. I'd been up for a little bit. My wife was gone, her plane had been delayed. So about 5:15, I think I just dozed off, and I woke up this morning at like 8 o'clock. So I'm like, I'm have to go. Brian, was there anything I was supposed to do today besides talk? So I couldn't, and I would just, but it felt good. I was sleep is good. So yeah, just anything that you have is good for me. Information, and things like that. And I live for these because we're still building that pool division. So not a lot. We're getting a lot of outdoor shade structures, obviously, this summer, and barbecue grills. Not a lot, getting some pool remodels, but not a lot of just real, pool construction from the beginning. And so referrals, I'll do there. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah. I've got a listing that people complain about the size of the yard, can you tell me whether or not it can have a pool
Yeah,
so that I can sell this house? Because I need to sell this house and I'm not gonna sell it to people
Yeah.
that don't know whether or not they can put a
Usually
pool
that's
in the
gonna be a
backyard.
yes. I spent I don't know, some of you may know me, some of you may not. My first 30 years, I was a full landscape construction contractor in Las Vegas. So the yards were the size of this room we're standing in here. So I'm very creative when it comes to that. So just kind of rule of thumb, 3 feet off the back, 5 feet off the house, and that'll kind of give you, the width. And so, but I'll look at it and see if we can angle it.
What
But
I'm
yeah, send
thinking
me
is
that.
like, how do I get you to show future buyers what could happen in that backyard? And then, if I attach it in MLS, then maybe they would use you for the contractor later if they chose to buy the house. My, person isn't gonna put a pool, but they had planned to till they got a divorce and now have to sell the house. So
Right,
I think the pool, she told me a pool can go in there. I know it can, it's a regular size lot,
Right.
but
How much would you charge for your rendering, like a quick little basic rendering? Because that would be
That's
that
beneficial.
would be, that's what.
that's what we just spoke
beneficial.
about in our last, in our 90-day goal meeting last week. And, last week. And, I kind of talked about that because throughout my whole career and even today, pool and landscape free. And I just, and I struggled with that. So I brought it up. And of course, everyone's like, absolutely charge. So we're working on that, right now. I always kind of have someone just came to me just for a design. Yeah, I would just kind of, in the end, it's hard for me to get. So I'm working on that to know what that would be.
Probably know it by the next time you come in the meeting.
Yeah. And with you, that's a great question with that because in Las Vegas, I would put together 25-foot setback, 30-foot setback, and I would just have different pools. They were just, I would go, well, this will fit. This will fit. We do a lot of builder stuff. So I had the whole community. I had every lot, already. And so I used to find the biggest one and the smallest one and just kind of show. But yeah, no,
So I should get the survey and then make sure what the
survey
setbacks
should be like, I
are.
forgot, the survey should be like a watermark underneath it,
Yeah.
just big, because
That's
if I
important.
can get that early on, oh my gosh, that's a game changer for me. I try to get it, I don't like to sound like a stalker sometimes when I talk, but if someone calls in and I get their address and stuff already, and I'm talking, I'm already going, yeah, I see that you've got this old tree here, and and I don't want them to go, holy crap, this guy, knows
Yeah.
everything that I do.
Yeah.
I want to know before I get on the phone with them, knowing, oh, this guy already knows, what my yard looks like and things like that. So that's just an advantage I like to try to get over, everybody else, be prepared. But yeah, and anything you guys come up with, questions like that, or just send them to me because
Everybody take down Jeff's number.
What's your email address?
it's just Jeff at 6th Ave
Okay.
or 6th Ave home,
So
either one.
we do,
Yeah, we do.
we prepare, because I know that I reached out to you last week
Yeah.
about I guess.
Yeah, city
massive
repairs. I didn't
and
do a
the
lot of repairs, but
rebar and all that jazz.
yeah, the rust is, I see that. But I have people that are fantastic, that I would send, and I'm weird about sending people that I
Okay.
haven't worked with or see how they run their business.
Right.
If
So
you could put that on that list of the estimates or whatever, and then so we're not having to contact you every.
I got you, yeah, for someone for
Yeah.
the certain things like
Yeah.
rust.
Yeah,
You know,
'cause I
or-
think you told me what was it and was it the mastic was
Yeah,
$5 to $70?
that was the coping, aluminum
Oh.
foot. Yeah, so depending on what it is. you
No,
know.
I mean, no, I
Yeah.
love that kind of information,
Yeah.
like a little cheat sheet.
Right, and I want you guys to have that
Yeah,
too,
that's awesome.
not because I'm lazy, just because,
Yeah.
if you just pop it off to them, they're like, wow,
Yeah.
builder
Yeah.
and they know about.
Yeah,
you
no,
know.
that makes sense.
Um,
Look,
Well, yeah, because when
Yeah.
we go in with an inspection, we don't know how much all that's gonna
Right.
cost.
Exactly, and so kind of your client's kind of counting on you
Yeah,
to a point,
Yeah.
like, oh, well, they know everything,
yeah.
So yeah, if I can get you guys just ahead of the game a little bit, it'll make you feel comfortable instead of going, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or I can find out. So, yeah, anything you have, questions, nothing stupid.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do we do any sort of financing for people?
Yes,
How does that work?
I just got on the phone. I've used them for years, Lion Financial.
Okay.
That's all they do. Is pulls
I
it out.
figured,
out
but I
there.
was like, how are people paying for them tools? Like,
We
Yeah.
did a credit union. It was,
Okay.
we got a better, so it didn't attach the house.
Mhm.
It didn't, but I know my sister went through lines, but you can get a personal line of credit or.
Yeah.
And I talk to people about that.
Oh,
Improvement.
yeah.
Go to your,
Yeah,
whoever your
40
mortgage or your personal banker, it might be better. Line's really good, about that,
Are they
so.
the one though that charges like that
That's what my
fee or something? There's one that charges a huge fee and
I can't remember. I just talked to Scott Pleasant. So Paramount Import is an import cleaning system. They also had Paramount Capital, which was, that's all they did too. So they were sold to Hayward, and so Scott left and went to Lion. So already have I've used Lion forever, but Scott is
And
now
Lion,
there.
does Lion put a lien on the house either? No, it's just a, yeah.
Yeah, they're so good. They kind of got it down. And I'm getting, and there'll be a link starting on my email, and they're setting this up if someone goes, from my link, it'll pop up like, it's like our own like Sixth Avenue. Yeah. So they're real good, about that. So yeah, great questions. Very good.
Thank you, Jeff, for your
Anything to
time.
make you guys feel comfortable with that, just let me know.
Thank you,
Thank you. Yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah,
See you
yeah,
soon.
not seeing everybody.
Okay, let's hit the market update. May saw a modest increase in single-family home starts, though starts overall declined. Completions grew 5.4%, hitting the 1.5 million annual rate, 11 of the last 12 months. It resulted in the largest inventory of completed single-family homes since 2009, as evidenced by what we saw from Highland Homes. They have a lot of inventory in these neighborhoods they're building. It also pushed new building permits down a bit in May as builders focused on buyer incentives to sell their completed projects. 4.99% interest, 3.99% interest, exactly what we saw from Highland. So I think it's important that the builders come in here and talk to us on these things because we see these numbers come true. National data firm reports that over a recent 4-week period, only 28% of homes sold above asking price, another sign of a buyer's market. In comparison, 53% of homes sold above listing prices in the seller's market 3 years ago. Review of last week. Let's wait and see. Wednesday, the Fed left the rate unchanged, sticking by its wait and see stance on the economy. Traders followed suit, leaving the 3 major stock indices essentially flat at the end of the holiday shortened week. The Israel-Iran conflict also made Wall Street cautious, plus May's economic leading index and retail sales both dropped, although the latter was seen as a payback for tariff front running earlier in the year. Initial and continuing unemployment claims fell for the week, and the Fed kept its estimate for 2 rate cuts by the end of the year. On Friday, one Fed governor floated the possibility of a rate cut in July. It's not going to happen in July. It's going to be September. The national average 30-year fixed mortgage rate moved down again, reaching a 4-week low, and we're going to hit that in just a second. This week, we're looking at new, existing, pending home sales, home prices, and inflation. A big week for May housing data. Both new home sales and existing home sales are expected to dip slightly for the month. The pending home sales index of signed contracts on existing homes is forecast to rebound. Economists predict home prices growth will continue to moderate in the April S&P Case-Shiller Home Price Index. Finally, inflation should continue to slow in May, according to the PCE prices, the Fed's favorite inflation measure. Here's the rates from last week. You can see that we are back down to where we were in March. 6.81 to 6.82 on the 30-year, 6.30, 6.28. So we have come full circle back to where we were in March. Great numbers for buyers right now to see. Take this slide and show it to people. This is fantastic stuff. Business tip of the week. Emotional intelligence refers to your ability to read people, adapt to situations, and quickly build trust. It helps you know when to pivot while dealing with another person, which can be critical to your success. So work on developing it. Here is the Realtor Did You Know? Realtor.com finds today's market more buyer friendly than a year ago. They note new listings are rising, inventory is rebounding, prices are holding steady, while consumer confidence is also increasing. I think what we saw with the stuff that happened Monday with our bombing raid into Iran is that the buyer market kind of pulled back. Did y'all feel that? I felt it because showings were going really good on my listings, and then Sunday, Monday hit, and everything kind of stopped. Everybody's looking to see and wait and see what happens. So that doesn't surprise me. In fact, when I sent out my updates to my sellers this morning, I was like, hey, look, stuff happens in the world and it affects us locally. So when something big like that happens and it takes over the news, it also takes over the buyer's minds of what they're looking at. What are y'all seeing on showings on your listings?
Well, my listing in Bedford was like showing 4 or 5 times a week. Of course, my seller does know more than I do, so they haven't made a reduction or did the update. But like in the last week, it's been 0.
0 last week. Anybody else with listings?
I've had good showings the last couple of weeks.
I've-
Yeah, I actually got an offer on one of my listings
Awesome.
yesterday.
That's great. Which one?
Blue Valley, which is a real. I mean, real crap. A lovely house. So I'll
Okay.
get on.
Which one is that one?
Cute, East Fort Worth, big house that needs work,
Okay.
like almost 3,000 square feet, 5 bedroom, 2 bath, and a half bath.
Got a decent offer on it though?
I think we're gonna go make it work.
Good.
So I have
Angela?
lots of showings.
You've got 3 right now.
I only have 2 right now.
Okay.
Oh, I've got 3. I've got 3
I
right now,
forgot
and
about
none of them have any show.
No showings? Okay.
No, they're all priced real high and they don't have a lot of room to go down.
Anybody else with listings?
No, but can I just take a side note? This is totally random and just puts on that is like, I have noticed just talking to the younger generation, like early 20s, mid 20s, this whole bombing, war, it's really concerning to them. Like, 'cause they've never experienced
Yeah.
any of that. Like, it's
Yeah.
like, I've had a couple conversations with the younger generation. And so I think that kind of, well, it does play into that.
Does it?
Every way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Patty, did you have your hand raised?
No, I'm good. I do have a listing and we had a showing yesterday, so yay.
Good. Jen?
I have 6 listings right now and one that just went on the market. We had like 35 people through it. So I got 2 offers on that one. And then the other ones I have listed like crickets almost.
Really? Okay. Yeah, you don't have to brag that you have 6 listings, Jen.
Well, I'm just saying that there's a lot that believe me, I'd rather have 6 buyers right now.
I understand. And buyers is exactly where it is. Okay. So if I can have your attention just for a second, I'm going to hit some practical tactical now. So we are still having an issue with 5 and 12, 5 of the listing agreement, 12 of the contract. It is super important that you understand how 5A and 5B work in the listing agreement. 5A is broker to broker. It's the old way that we used to do it. 5B means the seller is paying the buyer's agent. If you use 5A and it's broker to broker, there is nothing in paragraph 12. It's only the bottom of page 10 and a 2402.
Right.
If you use 5B in the listing agreement where the seller is paying the buyer's agent, then you use paragraph 12 and you put nothing at the bottom of 10. If you list the house and you use 5A and you're going broker to broker and the offer comes in with paragraph 12 filled out, you have to change one of them before you can close. Otherwise, you're putting a lot of compensation on the seller because they're paying both.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I
Can you
will
repeat
say-
that one more time?
The way Patty was talking about the way she's been doing her listing agreements, like I've started doing that. And it is so easy to just say, when people are like, oh, what's your VAC? I say, we don't have one in the listing agreement, so you can put what you're asking for in section 12.
That's easy.
And the conversation is over.
And as long as they don't fill out bottom of
They
10,
don't,
then
because
you're
I
good.
tell them, put it in section 12.
Okay, so you and Patty are doing the 5B.
Yep.
And then the seller gets to decide at the time of the contract, and then you tell the agent, hey, we don't have an agreement, you stick it into 12, and then they get to either say yes or no.
And I will say, my deal in Copper's Cove, I told the agent that, and he only asked for 2% to make the deal work. So I saved my clients a
So are
percent.
you still putting 3% in B?
For the agent,
For the,
listing
for, I mean,
agent.
to,
5B,
Yeah.
it's not here.
oh,
5B is down here.
Okay, so the-
5B
so
is
the-
nothing.
the-
You're only you.
It's only me. And I've said this before, but part of the reason this has been saving me is because I am the queen of, let me just get the deal done.
Yeah.
Let me do what I need to do. And since I've started doing this, I have not taken a lesser commission than 3%.
So,
Because I just tell them this is my fee to work with me and it's not negotiable.
the
At-
3%.
Yeah, at this time, like it's not negotiable right now.
You can let them know that they may ask 3%.
Of course, and that's what I tell people is I've prepared my sellers for up to 3%, but you can put what you're asking for in section 2 or in section 12.
Yeah.
That's what I've done.
I think it's great.
I'm not
Right.
advertising.
So nice.
I'm not
It's been so
advertising,
BAC.
broker.
Well, and I've taken the
Bring
BAC
it to
and
me.
all that stuff we did last fall. That's all gone from our listing site, all the BAC. The page is still there, but it says you need to contact the listing agents. Okay? So there's no more of those, like, I've created that big form and had everybody's listing. And I was updating it every 3 days. No, it's gone. So the only thing that's there now is you need to talk to the listing agent about how much they're offering and what their situation is. So
Brian?
again, one more time. Somebody said something?
That was me. I just wanted to say from a compliance perspective, y'all, I do go back and double check if you're on the listing side that whatever's on your listing agreement matches what's on the contract. So if you have broker to broker, but paragraph 12 is filled out, I'm going to kick it back to you and vice versa, because we have to protect ourselves in that manner and protect your sellers. Because like Brian said, you could inadvertently be charging your sellers or costing your sellers more money. And so we will have to get a fix for it, if that makes sense.
So if you get to that point and you've submitted for compliance check through ReChat and you've got 5A, but you've got paragraph 12, Victoria's going to kick it back to you and you're going to have to modify, you're going to have to amend something. You either amend the listing or you amend the contract. It's easier on the listing side, but we had this conversation with several agents this week. So just so y'all keep it in mind, be mindful of which way you're doing it. Okay, next thing. I have updated, this is what that BAC page looks like now. I just put the flow chart on there.
Yes.
So you can reference
Go to
that.
that.
It is available on the backside. I wanted to also update, I have updated the new TXR forms that we had to go through last summer and fall. So please use that. All of that stuff does work. It did yesterday at least. So I've updated all those links. We also have updated several other things in here for Danielle specifically.
I looked, I promise.
It's under logos, brand standards, and
And now
colors.
colors. He added colors.
I added the word colors.
This is not what mine looked like when I pulled it out. It was really hard to kind of navigate.
Okay, well,
Anyway,
it's under
I found
agent,
it.
it's under agent quick links. I've actually, I've tagged it or linked it several times in different places. So I think it's actually also under brokerage and it's under agent, new agent stuff and part-time agents. I think I've linked it several places. It's the same link, but that'll get you to the colors and then everything else that you guys need to know there. Couple more things here before we get to our stuff. Victoria created a video for Amanda. So she says Amanda several times in the video, but Victoria sent the video to me. And so I have linked this on our compliance CDA process site inside the backside. It's about 7 minutes long, 7:21, I think is exactly what it is. 7:21, I can't even remember. But it's a video of her walking through the transaction process. If you'd like to go watch that, that video is now loaded on our backside. So you can
And you
watch
can
that.
hear my really aggressive typing in the background. I had no idea that my strokes were that aggressive. So I apologize. But yes, it is there.
Okay, let's get into our discussion topic for the day. Discussion top 10 agent tips number 4 is focus on building relationships. At its heart, real estate is about building genuine relationships that lead to successful transactions. Creating meaningful connections with clients, colleagues, and your community forms the foundation of lasting success. By adopting a work by referral mindset, will establish a steady pipeline of business that grows organically over time. I'm going to tell you the quick story. Before I took Buffini's 100 Days to Greatness, the original, there was a different program at that time. It's called Peak Producers. Peak Producers. You took it with you, didn't you?
I did.
So before I took that class, I was closing 15, 18, 20 deals a year. Once I took that class and started actually doing the things in the class, once I bought into it, the next year I closed 77 deals.
I don't think, there is no way I can.
That was a busy year.
Yeah.
2016, I
She
took 70,
was absolutely
and
not.
just me and my assistant Jackie. The two of us, with her doing things as quickly as she could, I closed 77 deals that next year after I took peak producers. Because I started working by referral, because I started working with the people that I already knew, reaching out to them. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I do. And we go through these things. I don't want y'all to do exactly like me. I want you to see an example of somebody that still does it, because I still do these things every day. I'm not asking you to do something that I'm not going to do.
Question, are you gonna do that class? I know that-
What? 100 days?
Yeah.
I need more than one person to do it. If somebody else wants to take the class, we're trying, Jimmy's talking to a couple of agents.
Can I pay for 2 people?
Which is me.
Well, it's not that, I don't mind taking you through the class
Yeah.
at all. It's a lot. It's 14 weeks.
Yeah, it's every.
So it's not
It's
online.
weekly.
If he
That's
does
what I was
like
just gonna
Google, yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I would be willing to like re-audit, like I'd be willing to redo it, depending on like when it is.
It would be, if I did it again, and I considered doing it for the fall, it would be on Wednesdays at 12 to 2 would be the time period. Because that's the days that I'm here at the office, is Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Got it, okay.
Okay, so here's the next step. Stay connected. Follow up regularly with past clients and leads. A simple handwritten note or phone call can make a lasting impression and show that you care about their experience. How many times per year do you or should you reach out to your sphere and or past clients? 33.
33 times per year.
33 times per year, your client should hear from you in some manner. Now, if you do a monthly newsletter, that counts as 12. If you do a monthly email, that counts as 12. That's 24 times. So now you're only talking about 9 times. Their birthday, their anniversary, and then a call per quarter, that's 4 times a year. Right there, you've got 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
So now you're only talking about 3 more times to actually stay in their mindset. Last week, when that title company came in and she bought that little frame with the watercolor,
Yeah.
I had ChatGPT go back and do that for all my buyer clients.
I saw that.
I printed it out on Google Photos. It cost me 86 cents to print 8 pictures. I bought on Amazon 4x6 frames for like $12. They're like $1 each, $1.50 each. And it cost me more to mail them, $6, and put them in those envelopes, wrote a little handwritten note and said, hey, thought you would appreciate this as a keepsake for your home. Let me know if you ever need something. P.S. If you or anybody else that you know would appreciate the level of service that I provide, I hope that you'll send me their information. I promise I'll take good care of them. Took me longer to write the disclaimer than it did anything else. Sent those out yesterday. I promise I will get 10 leads from sending those 8 pictures.
Can you give us the prompt?
What do you mean you went to ChatGPT? You told them to
I told you,
watercolor a picture?
I took a picture
Yeah.
off the listing, okay?
Yeah.
So a lot of my buyers, I just went to the MLS and you right click, save picture as, save it to that contact, take that picture, upload it into ChatGPT. You can drag it into ChatGPT, say, make a watercolor of this.
That's cool.
And it makes a 4x6 watercolor, which then I saved into my Google Photos. In Google Photos, it says, do you want us to print this? We'll send it to you in 10 days. Or you can print it locally. I
Yeah.
printed it to Walgreens
Yeah.
and it was ready in an hour.
Yeah.
I
I
have
will
everything
tell
I
you,
need.
I haven't done that, but like before, especially if it's like a memorable house or it's the house they've lived in for 30 years or it's whatever. I've paid Etsy to do the watercolor and printed it out. and,
ChatGPT
yeah.
watercolors don't work for me. I
Yeah,
have a
I've
girl on
tried.
Etsy that does a
Yeah.
phenomenal job. And
Yeah, but anyways, if you don't want to do it that way and you want to actually have it framed and send
Yeah.
it directly to their house,
Yeah.
Etsy, there's tons.
Great
I do
ideas.
that too.
So that's another touch point for all my clients. So, and then I'm texting these people on their birthday. One of my guys is a cop and he's in SWAT training, so I called to check on him. Hey, how's SWAT training going?
Yeah.
All these it's little bitty touch points. These people know that I care about them. That's the whole point of all of this. What's your rhythm for follow-up? If you get a new lead, if you take a Zillow lead, if you take a Realtor.com lead, if you take somebody that calls you off of your Instagram, what's your follow-up? What's your rhythm? Do you know LP Mama? 6 questions that you ask any buyer. And let's, I've actually got this that's gonna be in the stuff. Here's LP Mama. Location, price, motivation, agent, mortgage, appointment. I usually start with agent, to be honest with you. But LP Mama makes more sense in this, and it's known as that. But have you been looking at homes? Have you been going to open houses? Do you have an agent showing you homes? Do you have an exclusive agency? Who was it? Joanna, did that lead that said that the Zillow agent took them out and showed without a buyer
I
rep?
told her that, she'd have to sign it before I could show her one of his listings, and she said, well, I'm not quite comfortable with that yet. And I said, well, I'm doing an open house here this weekend. She's like, I'll be there as well. So we're gonna start that, and then just let her ease into it and feel more comfortable, and get to know me.
Right.
And so, yeah, I think it's good.
Okay, and that, I think that was a great example. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah.
Is because somebody took this lady out and showed her without a buyer rep.
I'm sure it happens every day.
I'm sure it does, but please don't be that rate agent because that's an NAR supplement violation, and that's a fine.
That's why I keep the one, the
Single-
short form.
Short form in your car? There you go. Here's LP Mama, and here is a general 5-day follow-up plan. So the first day that you get a lead, as soon as you get it, you call. 2 hours later, you text. 2 or 3 hours later, you call again, because they may be in a meeting. You know, you never know when you first
Oh,
call.
you're saying if you don't get a response, that's like, hey.
No, well, no, you don't get a response.
I
This is to get a response. On day 2, phone call in the morning, text in the afternoon. Day 3, phone call, email. Day 4, phone call, text. Day 5, you hit them all.
Not the Facebook. Day 6, drive by their house.
Knock at the door.
Drop by and throw a flyer in front of you. Roll it up. Okay, so focus on building relationships. The next one, provide value. Share market insights, home maintenance tips, and neighborhood updates to keep your network engaged. For example, send a monthly email newsletter featuring local real estate trends. You can chat GPT real estate trends. You can look up literally on Google and you can find information about neighborhoods and what's going on in that neighborhood. If you put it in quotations, so like I'm just going to use one of my listings, Tahoma Ridge. If you put quotations, Tahoma Ridge quotations, it will pull up only those 2 words together in Google search. ChatGPT is even better with the way that it does it, and you can actually go really, really deep and see everything that's in there, and that way you're not looking at Google results. Market insights, the MLS, real estate news, weekly agent meeting. If you're here, you're getting market insights. I'm going to show you guys something real quick that I just started doing this morning. Don't know why I didn't think about it before. So this is my Google seller follow-up sheet that I do every week. So I sent this morning. I started putting Market Watch for their zip code here on their sheet because I want them to see the new listings that came on, the back on the market. What's the price decrease? Do we need to be thinking about a price decrease because 45 people thought it was worth it in the last 7 days? And then I'm putting this new text block in here for my analysis. It says, it's not unusual for world effects to affect buyer showings. Hopefully with peace talks and ceasefire holding, buyers will get back to normal. I think we're still the best deal in the area, price per square foot. Looking at the comps, the other guy, they're priced, they're at 360, they're at 385. Original price was 365, so they've gone up $20,000 because they have a 3-car garage. We have a 2-car, but I got a corner lot. So they're 1,814 square feet with a 3-bedroom. I'm a 4-bedroom, 2036. I still think we're the best development in the neighborhood. Analysis, and I'm doing this exact same pattern on every one of my listings every week. Now I'm going on vacation tomorrow, and I've told them all I'm leaving. I have my phone, I have my computer. You need something? If a showing comes through, I'm going to be communicating. Don't worry about that. I'm saying you're 100% my commitment. But I'm going to try to take some vacation time. Here's the last day before I do this. I won't hit you again for 20 days.
How long are you going to be on?
I'm going to be gone from tomorrow through Monday after next.
Nice. Where am I?
Going to Mexico. Fly over.
Don't be like Maria and get lost in Mexico right in the middle of the deal.
No, I don't. We have.
Luckily, you told everybody.
I tell everybody weeks in advance because And it's not gonna fail. I'll get busy this weekend, just the way it works. We're not leaving until Monday.
Yeah,
But when a realtor goes out of town, have you ever seen that meme? A realtor on vacation,
Yeah.
he's sitting in the water
Yes,
on his
on this
computer.
computer,
Yeah.
yes, seriously, every
That's
time.
the way it works.
I need to book a vacation.
We all need to go on
I need to be on vacation then.
No, literally, when I was flying on massage on the beach in Mexico because of some stupid investors I was representing in San Francisco. No, I literally was at the airport flying to Vegas and got an offer that like I'm sitting there like trying to get on the plane, making phone calls, trying to get it all executed. You're like,
Buying Wi-Fi on the plane.
Literally,
Yeah,
yes.
That's what you,
Right.
that's how,
but it never fails.
it never fails. When a realtor goes on vacation, that's what happens. But there's the market watch. And again, if you guys aren't using my favorite searches on your MLS, it's such an easy shortcut to put your comps right there, and then you can see them every week in one click. You don't have to do anything else. So I highly encourage you to use that. Okay, so next, we have a couple more things to hit here before we're done, and we're right on time. Be active in your community, attend local events, join community groups, support local businesses. By being visible and involved, you'll naturally grow your network and earn trust within your community. Social media, make sure your marketing has the brokerage info. They're starting to crack down. I saw 3 cases in the last 2 weeks. Trek is cracking down now if you don't have your brokerage logo on your social media. Straight up.
Yeah, logo, like your personal.
You have to denote that you work for Sixth Ave Homes.
Well, but yeah, but it's like if you've had works
Uh-huh.
at Sixth Ave Homes and it tags Sixth Ave, then that.
Well, but it has to have, if you're doing it,
You're
some
talking
kind of print media,
Oh,
it has to
yeah.
have Sixth Ave.
Yeah.
Like a static picture, same thing.
Yeah, it has to be.
But I thought it had to be,
All posts.
and I thought if you're using your personal page to share anything about real estate, you have to have the consumer notice and information about broker services.
Correct. It must be on your page, and they have to be able to
You're going
find
to
it.
jail.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
I just
So-
put it as a pinned or I put it as a featured.
That's what I do. I think there's something on Facebook that you can put it as like the top
Yeah, the pinned.
pin post, is that what's called? I put it up there and forgot about it. Community, blood drive, networking groups, city events, watch what others do. And I'm going to highlight 2 of our favorite agents, how they do their stuff. These are some of their posts that they've done. Of course, they do their videos. Are you also doing Wednesday videos?
Yeah, we're kind of transitioning.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes, we are still living it.
You know, another way that you
I mean,
can,
that too.
another way that you can get your logo into it is make your business page, Mariah, that's your Sixth Ave Homes. That denotes that who you work with and for.
Oh, yeah, I did.
So that's always a good thing there. Any other comments on? I just don't want to, you know how I am. I'm just the guy that doesn't want to get sued.
So
I don't
is
want to get tricked.
No, so is it like if I'm sharing something in general about real estate, or is it like property specific? Or is it like I posted a video of me in Remington and I need to brand
I
that?
think it's advertising.
It's
Yeah.
advertising.
Advertising your listings and or buyers or anything.
If you're talking about
Advertising.
real estate, I would say that I work for Sixth Ave Homes.
So,
If you in Remington are going for a walk,
so I, like, when I was paying the girl to do my real estate, she always, like, especially on videos, she would just make it the last scene and it would say 6A.
We
homes,
do a lot of
like,
that
on
on our
sign off.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Like on our TikToks, it'll be at the, like we have a
And
buy, sell, renovate, pull, whatever, Sixth Ave Homes.
it's a video.
Well, it's just a
Really?
slide.
Is it the last?
Yeah, it's just a
I mean,
picture.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, well, but even on any of our social media, we tag Sixth Ave.
Mhm.
So
I just don't
Well,
want Trek to come to us and say, hey, this post that you posted is not compliant with advertising rules. And I wish that they would update the advertising ruls, but they haven't. The advertising rules are probably 8 to 10 years old.
I think that's like the most I can do.
This is like 2018 or
we
19.
look at,
Okay, so 6 or 7 years old. So things have progressed quickly, but just keep that in mind when you're posting things about real estate. That's all I've got for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the information. You got something? Thank you for joining us online. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate y'all for joining in. See y'all in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Actually, tomorrow, don't forget, Bowl Lounge tomorrow at 11:30. Please come, have something to eat, have some drinks, bowl a little bit. We'll see you at 11:35.
I cap out at about, before I had Remington, the most I would work with at once was 5 people. 6 at the max. I mean, in the last 4 or 5 months, I've been at 6 clients.
Yeah, so they decided to do that.